Oh. Hello, friends. Today I'm going to be talking about walking through the open doors in your life instead of knocking on the closed ones. This applies to a lot of different things, but I'm going to be talking primarily in the context of dating and relationships. And you can also apply this to your skill set and jobs and accepting what you're good at, what you're bad at, that type of thing. But really, it really does apply to the modern dating world that a lot of you are navigating right now. So this is a quote from Dr. Robert Glover, who is a therapist and a coach. Excuse me. So he says, walk through open doors instead of knocking on closed ones. It's pretty simple to picture that in your head, right? And how much blood, sweat, tears, and frustration have you spent trying to break into a door, break into a house that's closed to you? So what I mean by that is people that obviously show low interest, people with one-word replies on texts, people who obviously you're not their first choice and they're not enthusiastic about spending time with you, but view you more as a backup plan. Those are the closed doors, or the people who just don't want to have anything to do with you at all. So people with low self-worth and low self-esteem will compromise their needs and wants just to have a relationship and will commit to the first one that is willing to commit to them. So in dating, if it's not an enthusiastic hell yes, oh, I'd love to spend time with you, I'm willing to adjust my plans or drop other people and other things and my other obligations to enthusiastically run to spend time with you, then you are knocking on a closed door. People have their phones on them 24/7 these days. So if someone takes 24 hours or 48 hours to respond or longer to your texts or to your messages on online dating, that means the interest is low. Or maybe they're in we can think about many different situations where you're not the first choice. So maybe they're in a relationship and they're planning on cheating on their partner, and you're viewed as a backup plan so they don't have to be alone. There's so many different scenarios, and you'll go crazy if you think of what the reasons are for why they aren't treating you with respect and responding. Like, it doesn't take but a minute to respond to a text or respond to a message. So they cannot respond in a timely manner, like in a few hours or right away or whatever, or within the same day, that means the interest is low. If it's not an enthusiastic hell yes, I'd love to spend time with you, you should take it as a no. So this is very easy, and maybe you showed needy behavior. Maybe you are blowing up their phone or too eager or giving them too many compliments and blowing up their ego. So it's really easy to turn the situation around. You just don't spend extra effort on people that don't put the effort into you. So you mirror their energy. But I never, like, when I'm single and whatever, I do not cut off any sort of people unless, they delete me or block me, which usually doesn't ever happen. I don't cut them off because I might need them for something, or it might be nice later on to meet them, but you let them chase you. That's a trick. So what you do is you stop contacting them, you stop texting them, you stop complimenting them, you stop especially going out with them and spending your time and money and that type of thing and your sexuality. Do not contact them. Let them reach out to you. And if they don't, then you have your answer. You weren't important enough to them to do that. And you cannot take these things personally. Everyone has their cup of tea. The type of people I like, that I'm attracted to, you might not be attracted to them. Okay, some people like super skinny people. Some people like people with a little meat on their bones. Some people like heavy metal type of, some people, everyone has what they like. And so you might just not be their cup of tea and you can't take it personally because there is someone out there where they're going to think you're awesome and they'll enthusiastically want to spend time with you. And you won't see the open doors in life if you're constantly spending all your energy trying to knock on the closed ones. So if you're pursuing people with low interest all the time or who treat you badly, you will not have the energy or even the time to look for the open doors that are available. So in dating, people will give their best to someone who's showing low interest and taking forever to respond. And to that, you're their plan B. So you're their security plan in case the person they really want is not going to work out for them. This happens all the time. Or they could view you as a source of free meals, free drinks, free rides, or free sex. So they'll continue to use you because you're terrified of being alone and you're not good with your own company. So basically, you have to be good in your own company and being alone until you find people that are a good match for you and who enthusiastically want to be in your life, meet your needs, and, mutually take care of each other. And that's a healthy relationship. But when the power dynamic is skewed, then it will just lead to a toxic relationship where one partner is being used for something. And I've seen this all the time with my clients. People think striving and trying more and contacting more and giving more gifts and giving more of yourself, whatever that is, will bring better results and make that person love you more and more attracted to you. But that's not true. It just disgusts them. It's like, if you're chasing someone, they're going to continue running away. But once you stop chasing, they can run however far they want, but usually they do come back. That's what I've noticed. And absence definitely makes the heart grow fonder. So once you remove your attention, you remove what you have to offer from that person completely, then they'll have a chance to miss you and they'll have a chance to wonder about, what you're doing, wonder about, you basically become mysterious to them. And that creates a lot of attraction. And it's also a test to see if they actually really were interested in you, because then if they are, they will come back. And 80-90% of the time, they do come back. And it's really funny what patience will do, and having a little self-control not to reach out to these people who are using you as a plan B, or it's pretty simple. And basically, when you take your attention away and focus on yourself, and focus on improving yourself, making sure you're taking care of your body, making sure you're well groomed, making sure that your work is on point, your life is on point, and you have hobbies and things that you're passionate about, and you're living a passionate life where you have things that you really love that you're involved in, that makes you a whole lot more attractive. So focus on those things instead of chasing, and always let them chase you, and you'll be good. But if someone is treating you right and matching your energy, then you don't need to let them chase you for the whole time. You can make it more 50-50 where you are also pursuing them and it's a healthy relationship. But for these people who, for example, if you're a woman and you only get called at 2-3 a.m. for a booty call, but you want a relationship with that person, you're not going to get a relationship with that man if you keep on being his booty call. Basically, you have to cut him off, because there is a reason he's calling you. He desires you. Maybe he couldn't find anyone else at the bar that night, whatever it is. But once you keep giving them what they want every time they come along, they'll realize they can use you for whatever they want. And same thing with the man. If you're a man and, for example, let's say someone you met on a dating app is taking 24 or 48 hours to respond every time, just stop pursuing them. Let them reach out to you. And personally, if you're not showing super high interest in me and you're not, responding right away, showing high interest, then I wouldn't take you out. I wouldn't treat you like a lady or whatever and take you out on a date, take you for food, spend quality time with you, want to have a conversation with you. Then I put them in the category of, if I put them in the category of, okay, they're not interested in me, and if they want to reach out, I'll invite them, just for, fun times. I'm not going to take you out on a date. I'm not going to take you seriously. I'm going to put you in the category of just fun or nothing. So you're not getting any sort of special treatment from me unless you show you deserve it. That's the way a strong man will do it. And a strong woman won't allow herself to be used for sex without, if commitment's what you want, then unless they're working towards that, you have to cut them off. So it's so easy. You don't have to do anything. You just do less. Cut off your attention. Cut off your time. And cut them out of your life until they can start showing up in the way you want them to. And a lot of people have really high standards for everything, especially in dating. And if you're not, you have to be realistic of where you are at on the attractiveness scale. And you have to find people that match up with you, who are equal to you. And that's hard to accept sometimes, but you can't just be like, a lot of people cop out of the dating world and romance world because they're like, oh, I only will date a 10 out of 10. If you're a man, you're like, oh, I only date someone who's really attractive. And for women, it's like, oh, I only date someone if they're very successful and they have a lot of money and they can provide all that kind of thing. And you're probably not going to get that. Or you could build something together, get more attractive together, or get more money together, but you're not going to find everything you want. So that's a real convenient way to just not be involved. So there's really great people out there and you have to give them a chance. And I think, like, if you're single, you should get out there and go through the open doors, and you'll find out about yourself. You'll find out what you like, what you dislike. You will improve your social skills. And another thing from Dr. Robert Glover, is being a good ender. You have to learn that just because may have some things that you want, like looks usually or whatever, that they're not going to be the healthy person to build a life with. So if that's what you're after, and you want a serious relationship, real love, real romance, and you realize that person isn't right for that, and their values don't align with yours, and you're going to have a hard life with that person, you can't change anybody, especially someone who's an adult. So you have to be a good ender and just end it. And that's a skill. End it before things get bad. End it with dignity. End it with honor. End it with honesty. And that's something I had a hard time doing in my life, because I had a hard time being alone. So I always just wanted someone to be there when I got home, and someone to eat with, and someone to watch movies with, and go shopping with, and grocery shopping, all those things. I hated doing those things alone. But unless you can truly enjoy doing those things alone, and you're not needy, and you're willing to be alone for a while until you find someone that matches you correctly, you are going to not be able to be a good ender. So keep looking for the doors that are open, the people that are enthusiastic about spending time with you. And it may take you a while, and it may bring out some hard truths about yourself. If you're not keeping fit, keeping your body right, keeping well groomed, I'm talking about all of it, all right? You don't have to be doing really well financially at all to have a relationship, but what you have to do is have a plan and have a purpose and have something that you're passionate about, that you're working towards. So you don't, or something that a purpose in life. That's very important. And you need to have your core values. Unless you have those things going for you, like when you have those things going for you, then you will find someone that will mesh with you, and you have to have the patience to look and the patience to walk through the open doors. And 95% of the people you meet aren't going to be right for you. So unless you go through that, every failure is a step towards what you want. So you can't view a failed relationship or a failed dating situation as a failure. You learn something from it, and it's a step towards what you really want, and you know now what works for you and what doesn't. And you'll never know what's right for you unless you experiment and you date a lot of people and figure out what's right for you. So it's pretty simple. You don't put effort into people that aren't putting effort into you. And then you match people's energy when the energy is correct. And that energy has to be very enthusiastic, a hell yes. Not a yes or I guess or whatever. It needs to be a hell yes. So this will make your life a whole lot easier, and get used to ending things a lot, because most of the people you date aren't going to be right for you, but you still have to go out and put yourself out there, or you will be alone for the rest of your life. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care of yourselves, and I love you very much. I care about you, and I don't want you to suffer more than you have to. So listen to what I'm saying. It comes from very smart people who have gone through a lot of life. Dr. Glover has been through 2 divorces, and, you know, he now has a relationship with someone who's perfect for him, who he married. after 30 years, I believe, 25, 30 years of being in marriages where he wasn't even having sex with his wife because they didn't want to. So he was miserable for many years. And that's through that pain he wrote this book that helped a lot of people. As you know, so what we don't want is for you to have to learn the hard way. So you're getting some golden advice. So I take this seriously. And yeah, it will hurt. It will hurt to walk away from people. You might just think this is the most handsome guy or this is the most beautiful woman and I want to be with just that one. And you can't get stuck up on any one person. You have to really get used to saying goodbye until you find the right one. So have the self-respect and self-worth to find someone that meets your standards and your needs. All right, love you all. Talk to you later.